Hello, world. I am Richard,
And I am Gary.
And I'm a 10.
and together we are lightning thrice. Woo! Welcome to our first edition. Gary, my brother, please explain what lightning thrice is.
Well, Lightning Thrice is a new show that we're going to be doing, hopefully on a monthly basis. And we're going to be looking at human design and astrology with the amazing genius that is Maten from Plutonic Planes. And we and we're going to be doing something completely different. Is when Maten comes up with the dates and explains the meaning of these dates, we're then going to pull the cards. So that's going to be a very, very interesting. Yes, yes. Rich is going to pull the cards, and so it's going to be very interesting. So, Maten, please introduce yourself.
Thanks, Carrie. Thanks, Richard, for having me. And great getting to know both you guys for this new endeavor. So I'm a 10. I have a website, plutonicplanes.com, and I have a channel, Plutonic Planes. I do esoteric astrology, human design, and I do some other things which I can't remember at this exact moment, but it's what it'll be. You'll have to explore the channel to see. So yeah, thanks you guys. Thanks for
You're
having
Superb,
me.
welcome.
superb. So, Maten, um, have you got any charts ready or prepared
Oh
that
yeah,
we
yeah.
can
Good.
we
Let's
can
do it.
crack up, and then we can get going, and then we can start kind of explaining to the people um, the charts and what the energies are and such like.
Okay,
Superb.
so let's start us off quick. So this is the chart for tomorrow, March 29th. And as many of you probably know, tomorrow we're having an eclipse. And it's a solar eclipse. It's not an exact eclipse, so it's not as intense as the usual eclipse. And it's occurring in the sign of Aries at 8 degrees. But more importantly, it's occurring in the human design gate 21. I'll show a little image for those not familiar with human design. So just see a mandala and that there's numbers all around this mandala. It's kind of like tarot. Think about it like tarot, except it's 64 gates instead of 78 arcana. And so what occurs is that as we see it, the ecliptic, the in astrology splits up where the planets, the path that the planets take under the light of the sun, and it usually occurs under 12 houses. So in human design, we split that up into 64 gates. So where the eclipse is occurring tomorrow is going to be in gate 21. Now, this is the gate of the treasure. It's an Aries gate, as I've said, and it's about the responsibility and the accountability of being in leadership. So in its highest vibration, it's valor, it's service to the collective. It's being correct with yourself in order to disseminate what's correct for everyone else around you. In its lowest frequency, it's control. And we know that there are editors in this realm that like to play around with this reality and edit as such. And so we're in such a time where with this eclipse in Aries, we have, the most lowest vibrational expressions of Aries energy, which is going to be fight or flight, like instinctual war and chaos. And that's what we see. We see strategic plans all over certain parts of the world occurring, but we also see humanity responding in protest. And we see humanity saying, no, we're going to create something a little different. We're not interested in your show anymore, and we're not going to be supporting that. And so we have gate 21 here, and I'll read what I wrote up on it. So it's about territory, the territory of our bodies, of our auric field, of the outer stretches of that, which is our expanse, our land, our world, our waters, our territories. And this is, what we're all in connection with, those of us who have souls, we're in connection with the waters below and above. And we're forging that connection now because we're living in a time right now during the Aries vortex when we're going through a lot of endings and a lot of new beginnings. The beginnings are going to be slow. They're going to be back and forth. What's more important now is the endings, and that we leave behind what is no longer us. Because, you know, the wars outside are a reflection of our wars inside. We wouldn't have wars outside otherwise. So we're resolving the tension within ourselves, and we're moving on from the old patterns, and we're reigniting the spirit with the spark of our souls by remembering ourselves back together. And that is the case and the purpose of this eclipse. It's all about opening the door and closing the door to the old patterns of fear and stuckness, and it's embracing the fire of spirit, which is Aries, which is new beginnings. And I'll stop there and we'll look at some cards and see what
I
it breaks.
love that.
Yeah. So fundamentally, what we're looking at is an ending of patterns that don't serve us potentially, and the opportunity to start afresh with something new.
The opportunity will be the opportunity will be slow going, and it'll be over the next 2 years, and there'll be certain pivotal points of shift. Presently, at this moment, and I'll bring the chart into it since I put it up, obviously, we have two channels that are turning on two centers. So you have the 35 to the 36, which means we're in a North Node theme from January till June of relationships. So first off, we're doing it in relationships with others, in business partnerships, and with loved ones, with friends, with family. So we're going through all the tumultuousness and crisis of emotional misunderstandings, and we're kind of learning to reset in a new way, kind of what Richard was talking about before we even got on live. We were all talking about this, and new connections, you know, and new divine connections in such a way where we're letting go of the turmoil of who we're not. And so you have this channel here, which is about working through the emotional frustrations and the crisis and mutating and getting to the other side of that. And then we have this mental channel here, the 6217. 17 is symbolic of the right eye. So it's about...
And it's also the letter Q, isn't it? Not?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. And so this channel here, it's a mental channel, but it's about a new reset, a new opine, a new perspective, a new frame. And those are Aries gates there. And so we have those two dominant ones. And where everything is occurring is in gate 25 here, which is right there close to the heart, the G center. And 25 is about compassion and universal love of humanity. And that's where all the planetary points are hitting. The Venus star point, Neptune, Saturn in May. So this is all occurring right now and for the next 2 years, and it's going to hit that point over and over and over again. And I like to call it on my channel, the Aries Vortex. I got some videos on it there, but I'll just leave that little kind of simple marker for you guys, because we'll be returning to that. So we'll leave it as the Aries Vortex. And
I think you are very accurate in what you are saying. Methane, I'm sorry if I don't say it right. I am French. Everyone, methane. So what you have just described is resonant. It's very potent. It's made in the stars to be happening right now. Okay, cut rock roll. I got 5 cards that jumped out, and there they go. So, my Femi, in regards to what Methane has been saying, it's a lot of information coming really rapidly with the 8 of Wands. So that is like rapid fire coming in a direction, very fiery. We are about to turn our backs to something that no longer serves, going to the 40 days and nights through the desert in order to be enlightened. There where everything flip-flops in our direction. The Wheel of Fortune, creepy crawlies, demonics at the bottom, good guys, angelics at the top. So there is a change going on. But what is Methane saying is a strategy in regards to the creepy crawlies, the one from the old guard. Next, a fool, the fool, a new journey reincarnation. Wow, I love this. So we got the Hierophant, creepy crawlies, and then we got the fool, a new journey. It's a new beginning. Then we got the sun. This is the happiest card, my babies, of the tarot deck. There's 78 cards in all of them. Yes, of course, I got major arcanas. I got alphas, which are the aces. That one trumps everything. Next. From being on the outskirt of abundance. The old system kept us all separate, whether it be health-wise, financially, anything outside of anything seen as abundance. And then we end because it's a government coming down. The Lovers. In a question like this, we're talking about a government system. When I say government, like, okay, like people will think left, right. No, but government has always been around in order to govern us, in order to control us. Clarifying. We're back from war, celebrating the 6 of Wands. This is back from war, and all your villagers, your family members are coming on head on, celebrating you head on. And then we got, okay, so it's going to be very emotional with the change. This one, the Knight of Cups, he has his heart on his sleeve. He could be a bit wishy-washy because he's got feelings. He's almost like a little bit of Prince Charming. 1 step forward, 2 steps back, depending on what's going on. And then we end with celebration. So, in regards, Methane, to your question, it is a very positive. There is a lot of information coming on right here. But yes, it is something to celebrate. And I do see a crash of an old system that was delved by the heartbeat, the Khazarian Mafia, whatever that looks like, right? Because I go over, when I say Khazarian Mafia, the creepy crawlies, I don't just mean about what like a third dimension reality sees as a government. I'm talking about the infiltration, right? However that seems on whatever dimension you are like vibrating to. Do you have any questions, Methane?
No, that was all very clearly said. Richard, thank you. That was all brilliantly put.
Did you like my answer?
Yeah, it was right on. It was okay. Elucidating.
Because I kind of, by the time I start reading and I'm funneled by my higher self, I kind of forgot the question.
It was my own statement of purpose, but you know, everything is a question, right? So
right.
It's the energy as I saw it through the gates, you know, of human design. And so you unfolded that with the cards, right? You went into it a little deeper. And it seems that are how it'll flow for us. You know, I'll present where the planets are at, and then we like get deeper into it. See that.
I love you, brother.
That was superb. I mean, we can clearly see with the human design that there are changes afoot, that the energies are flip-flopping from one thing to another. But remember what Meten said. It's 2-year period, and it's not like a switch. It's going to be a gradual progress and process that goes through, because nothing happens overnight in this realm. And the cards have clearly stated and shown that the energy that Meten has read on from the human design point of view is absolutely spot on. And we are going to see this change go through the period, and we're going to see the twists and turns of that for the betterment of us. Superb.
Yes, we are. And then upon what you just said, my brother Gary, yes, you are accurate. So it's going to create a lot of stress, but that is exaggerated stress with the 9 of Swords, because at the center, we are self-made sovereign with the 9 of Pentacles, lack of nothing, independent, golden era. And then we got Truth or Justice with its strict, strong boundaries. I mean, come explain. I don't like what you say. Your head's going in a bear trap. So there is a lot of changes happening now. So yes to the 2 years, and the yes is here.
Superb.
Richard, forgive me, your deck looks like a Rider Waite, but it has extra content on the sides. What kind of deck is that?
Well, thank you, Mete.
I like Matane. I like your new version of it, Matane.
Well,
That's
they're all waiter's deck. That's the original one. This is the beginner's deck. Why is it called the beginners? Because you got added information, like yes, no, the season, the month, and okay, so there's that. But then I always go for the same but different versions. That's my antique. This is my gold, my black and gold version. But I always work with the original deck, different flavors. Because if I go to the ice cream parlor, like maybe I just don't want fucking vanilla. I shouldn't swear. I'm so sorry. But maybe I want caramel extra sponge something.
Superb. That was really interesting. So that's actually coming up tomorrow, isn't it?
Yeah, the eclipse is tomorrow. It's a lightning eclipse, do something action oriented, do something intense. Go to a metal show, see a good black metal band, or whatever, go out dancing, just go have fun. It's a really intense time tomorrow. So
or invite your best friend like Jenny May to your house and put high heels on her and drink some witch.
What is it called?
It's called witch piss. That's wine to everybody else. That comes from Sheep Farm, that does.
I love it.
That's so superb. So, have you got another chart for us then, please, Meten?
Let's do it. Chart number 2. All right, you guys see it?
Yes.
Okay, so this will be the April 12th full moon. So this is when we're knee deep, waist deep in Aries, right? So we're midway through the month, through the beginning. And so we're looking at a chart where there's actually no centers turned on. We have a lot of gates activated, but not enough gates to have both sides anywhere. So the action is still in gate 25, and it'll be there for some time as all the planets are moving through this central position, this central area of gate 25. Now, this full moon is going to be in Libra. That's 23 degrees. That's going to be gate 32. That's over here to the left. If you look at this left-hand side, bottom spleen center, and this little gate, this black coming out right there, that's the spleen center. That's all about fear of the future, but it's also connects at the channel of ambition. So the energy there is going to be about a need to allow yourself to have the successes that are correct for you to have.
Wow.
So in other words, it's where you really fit, because success is not about necessarily your specific worth, but it's about authenticity, who you are, and how that fits in to support and be in service of others. We can't exist unless we give. We give what we are. That's the cost of being here in this world, in this realm. So it's another very intense release energy. This time it's a full moon. So most full moons like to absorb human energy, right? And kind of feed, the moon kind of feeds on us, our externalization of the energy. But in this case, what we're letting go of is the end of, codependent behaviors, depending on others too much, right? Finding a balance, finding your place and where you're fitting. And this is another major theme of realigning, alignment, healing, and taking the correct actions, and also vitalizing in yourself. The phrase is that, I have powerful, beautiful things to share in this life. and I can be successful. So these are the kind of ideas. Tell me, Richard, what do the cards say further? Let's look and see.
Let's look into it, buddy boy. Now we want a different deck. We're gonna want, do I have to like turn my camera always to?
No, do it
Oh no,
automatically.
I don't have to turn. Okay,
Yeah.
because I was going to gallery view. Do I do it?
It's up to you.
I just did it. Da 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 da. I did it.
It doesn't change our view, just yours.
Right.
It only changes your view,
Oh, it's
not
just
ours.
me?
So yeah,
Oh, okay. Well, I kind of like it because I can see all three of you. So we got orange, we got blue, and we got red.
superb.
All right, higher self, oversoul, and universe. Please tell me everything I need to see, everything I need to know in regards to Metane's question. Because, oh, well, you are in a rush, but you're going to have to wait. That's like over 30 cards, guys. So please hold. I don't read upside down. You don't deserve to be here. All right. Please hold. Flip the hair. Fix the glasses. All right. In regards to Metane's question, in this now. All right. So it's a yes. Okay. So we got Gaia here, loud, proud, and online. Because I got, the Empress, that's Gaia. This one is like an under level, but means the same way. Something that is thriving, birthing. Let's see. That starts with a very positive way. Cut, rock, roll. My family. Then we got. All right, so we got the Hermit. So coming out of a dark night of a soul. Then we got moving out of troubled waters with the Six of Wands. Troubles are left in the past. We get all the information. We're going to clean, smooth territory waters. In the now moment, well, there is a feel of feeling locked up, self-mental imprisonment, heartbeat. Okay, so slowly coming in, a little fickle with the Page of Cups. So why is he fickle? He's honorable. He is a Prince Charming, but he's got his emotion on his sleeve. So he's just looking at what is going on and deciding, like, should I keep going on? How are people reacting right now? What is the energy? Should I go like forward or back? But he does have, that's a heartbeat. Next. Yeah, then we got the King of Wands. So it looks a very, very promising starting tomorrow, all this. Future, give back to society. The meek will inherit the earth. It's a sense of rebalancing, generosity. Okay, we've been like balanced by the universe. And then they go, okay, we've seen you, and then this is what you deserve. There is something I'm tapping into. Yeah, there's going to be information and informant with the Page of. There's something about this Nazara Jazara that's not the true word, but I think I'm tapping into further than your question, Metane. And then the end of the world for a rebirth of a new one, the golden era, the beautiful new Gaia Mother Earth, clarifiers. Hi ho, Silver to the rescue. I got two. Usually it would be the Knight of Swords, but this one, the Knight of Wands, is just as fast moving, but he's got even more integrity. Hi ho, Silver means fast with information. This one's got integrity. He's a fire element. Heartbeat. Yeah, secrets are being unleashed. Secrets unbeknownst to most with my beautiful babies, the Four of Swords. Last, we're going to reevaluate everything, but that's pleasant. Working on something with passion. This one is not carving anything out of something grueling or forced, like in jail, hard labor. No, he's got a smile on his lips. And then we're going to go for my golden beauties, if you will permit me, my beautiful beauties. Give me everything I need to see, my golden beauties, in this now. And here we go. Let's rock, let's roll. First, off-world energy, the Hermit, being enlightened after a dark night of the soul. Next in line, the Sun, the happiest card of the tarot deck. And then we end what? With everything flip-flops in our favor. Woo! Demonics at the bottom, angelics at the top. Dang.
Superb. Superb. So this is not, this feels to me like a really big month.
It's a bigger month. It's a huge month. Not only is it a huge month, I feel, because I do personal readings, Gary and Methane, every day, like back to back, across the world. So whether it be like, I don't know, like South Africa or Ireland, like I always get the same kind of energy, and there's something restored happening. Methane, do you get that in your astrology, that something big like what I just described in my cards is what you see?
It was very interesting that you initially got the King of Swords and then you got the World, because what it does is it makes me reflect a little on like some of our political leaders. You know, our main political leader in the US,
Trump,
of course, is he garners the stage, the world stage. And it's interesting because on this full moon of April 13th, there is going to be a very powerful square with his Saturn. It's an aspect with his Saturn in his chart, and it's affecting some other sensitive parts. So it was making me wonder whether there'll be a big shift in his vitality, or that there'll be some kind of perhaps incident around that, some kind of renewal around that. I don't know if his life will be threatened again.
Well, apparently it was. I did see in the past in personal readings that there was a threat that was alive and present. But of course, he is protecting. And I'm talking outside of astrology. Like, guys, I just tap into my higher self. There's no way that this guy is going to be like...
wow.
But I can look into it with my cards. Of course, I am here to be of service. So any questions, my brothers have to ask.
I think that's a really interesting question, and something I think we should look at, because
yes,
if that brings up with the astrology of Trump, then there could be some kind of change that we're not quite seeing. So what do you, I know you feel that from your higher self, but what do the cards actually say on that?
Okay, so my cards want me to switch decks to the black and gold. All right, so repeat the question. Make it clear for me, Gary. So,
well, we've found, or the astrology is saying that there's going to be some kind of something happening with Trump.
Tower moment. There's something shocking happening. Go on.
Yeah, and we want to see really if you can feel anything through the cards and what that could be, that event could be that affects Trump in 2 weeks' time, fundamentally.
Okay, so I got some cards that flew out. Yeah, so there's been wanting to get rid of him. Yes, there's been collaboration, but the good guys have stepped in. There's a new strategy. Okay, so these are the cards. I got 9 that flipped out. So in regards to your question, it's a tower moment. So that is something very shocking or something crumbling to the ground. But we got Gaia loud proud. She won't let that happen. He is safe and probably hidden. So whoever we do see on the platform stage is probably not even him, to be honest, because this guy is protected. Gaia, the Empress, has got his back. He's an off-world energy, and Melania is like off-world energy too. And I think that there is love between Donald Trump and Melania Trump, but I feel that she is off-world energy that is alliance. Okay? So protective. There's love there, but she's protecting it. So anyway, so after the first row, there is a fear of the unknown with the Two of Swords in your question. Collaborations, handshake. That's the heartbeat. Then we got the alliance here, the good military coming in. So no, nothing's going to happen to him. And then in the future, we got swift boundaries with the Queen of Swords. She doesn't like, she's so just. She wants to chop your hands, your feet, if you're not, well, okay, if you're M13, off with all of these elements. There's a strategy to all this with the Seven of Swords. And then we end with Secrets of the Universe, the High Tempress, the High Priestess. Don't forget, guys, I'm friends. So, there you go.
So the cards are kind of saying there could be some kind of incident that has...
There is something, kind of, but nothing...
Yeah.
Nothing's going to happen to how we see Donald Trump, the president.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's going to be some skullduggery, though, isn't there? There is going to be some skullduggery around this period, though, isn't there, potentially?
But the good guys are aware of it.
Yeah.
They're going to stop it, guys. You know, they've stopped it all this time. I mean, the good guys are in control. Like Project Looking Glass is no longer in their hands.
Yeah. Yeah. It was shut
down. They're in
because...
our hands.
Yeah,
we're all Gary. Okay? Gary is this. Matane is this. Richard is this. We're all working for Gaia as a divine masculine that's merging with her awakening, sacred divine feminine. And we are never going to let that happen again because we're emerging. So those bitches, you don't put a parasite on trial. You exterminate. Right?
Yes, you do.
I get passionate on this subject.
Oh, no. I agree. It's good. So clearly we have some huge energies again, which is in 2 weeks' time.
They're massive.
So have you got any more charts for us, please, Matan?
Matan.
Get this one up. Oh, it's up.
We love Matan.
We do. just as a footnote, guys, just so you kind of understand, when Maten's talking about these gates and these zones, we're talking about energy. We're talking about energy zones that will affect the body and the people subconsciously sometimes. And when you kind of understand how human design works, you can then start to feel the energy and start to dissimulate that information and understand what could be going on. So just a very brief overview of when Maten's talking about a gate and the energy, it's just really an energy that's affecting the person inside that can lead them to act and react in certain ways.
They're so cute. But you explained it so well. Yeah.
Thanks for that, Gary. Very clear. So what we have here is the chart for Sunday, April 27th. And this will be
one day before my birthday.
I'm going to say a little about that time period. So yeah, right where you were born, Richard. So this is going to be a new moon. So it's really nice for you, Richard, in that it's a new moon, a new beginning. It's going to be in Taurus 7 degrees. And this is gate 27. And this gate, like every gate, there's a duality. So you're always going to have both sides of the coin, and just like in a way of looking at coins, on the one side of a coin, you might have love and the other side hate, right? Both extreme expressions of emotion. So in this case, we have this new moon in gate 27, which is right here on the body graph. You see it activated right by the sacral. Now, this is a tribal channel or tribal gate. And so what it's about is about care of the self, care of the tribe. This is people that need touch. They really need to have physical touch and connection with others. Now, in this particular gate, we're looking at the duality or the polarity of caring or over caring, right? So it could be that one sacrifices their own energy for another. So they care for the other and they lose the care about themselves. So we're looking at trying to balance this energy expression on this new moon. And so what we have is we have support for interdependence, strengthening growth and responsibilities, whereas codependence weakens us and causes untimely depletion to a person. So this particular thematic is about relationships, rebuilding so that things are interdependent, more sustainable, and you kind of activate yourself without over caring, without assuming the responsibility for another. For example, we're responsible for our own accountability. We're not responsible for another person's accountability, only our own. So it's a good reminder during this time that our own actions, our own challenges have to be situated in such a way that we can make the correct choices. And so, and to not be guilty about it, right? Not to feel guilty about it, but rather to do what is correct for us and be in support, not just for ourselves, but for others, but with self-love and self-empowerment. So it's a very powerful time. It's close to Beltane, so it's a very significant time of the year. And the editors are playing around, with their rituals around this time, right? But ultimately, it's a time of balance, of finding balance. And, it's using our energy in such a way where we're not, you know, becoming obsessed with survival and selfishness, but utilizing that fear to just remember who we are and to be in support of, just others, you, me, and all those close to us, and even the collective as well. So not allowing any fear that might be being spread about, through such rituals during this time. Does that make sense to you guys? What do you see further, Richard?
Well, I love this. Thank you. Thank you, Matane. And when I was seeing you moving around the human skeleton with your arrow, this morning today, I had, for the first time in my life, it hit me like on my solar plexus. I had such a cramp today because I saw that your arrow it wasn't the solar plexus, but it was close, I believe, on the right side. But would that have been what I felt today? You think? Like it was like an explosion. I've never had that feeling before. Higher self told me people would resonate as a major heartburn, but I've never had a heartburn before. But it was uncomfortable and something was coming out.
I
What
mean,
do you feel?
this is your gate, Richard. So this is the gate that you were born on. Think on that. Your sun sign is going to be in this particular gate 27. So that energy in your body is so important for you. I don't know if what type you are, if you're a generator, if you have a defined sacral, but it could be that energy, is so alive in you that you're feeling effects from it right now with the changes are coming, the changes afoot, especially with the eclipse tomorrow. Our energy centers are being kind of
Yeah.
shaken
Higher
up.
self is saying yes. Yeah.
Really
Yeah.
interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank, thank you, Matane. Like
No, thank you.
that means the world to me because I did a video earlier on, and like I was explaining to my family, like beware, there's new like ascension symptoms. I've never felt the solar play. It was not comfortable, and for a second, is that a heart attack? It does. No, it's not. Calm down, and but I've never had a heartburn in my life, right? So thank you for this. That clarifies a lot. I love you.
A
My brother.
question that come to my mind, and I've actually got a pad and paper today, so I could get these questions out and remember them, because often I get a question come in and it's not necessarily my question, it's a guided question. What I took from this was, are we going to start seeing through this energy new boundaries for the self? Is this a new or rediscovering of the boundaries of ourself as we take kind of a reset on our own bound. Yeah,
Oh,
I don't know how many different
yeah,
ways to put it, but
So that's a question for me, right? Is
yeah,
that
it's a
what you're
question for
asking
you.
me,
Yeah.
my brother Gary?
Does that resonate to you, Maten? That kind of this energy is kind of like a new boundary of the self. It's about what you are prepared to give and take, and setting your stall out almost for what's coming.
yes, yeah, I mean, definitely, definitely. We're all reforming a new kind of auric field, like a new um patterning of our energy and how it negotiates through the pathways of the body. So new boundaries are being put up, new openings are being put up, and we can't go backwards. It's a new resetting of our energy in this Aries vortex. So wherever we have areas in our chart is where we're going to refine those boundaries over the next 2 years and refine what we're going to be manifesting through those particular gates.
Okay. So what do the cards say about that then, Richard?
Yeah. Let's see
All
what we
right, higher self, or soul, and universe, as they said.
The
Because
higher
my
self
higher
always hears.
self hears the whole conversation, right? This is
Yeah.
how it works. Because these cards, guys, are I don't need these cards to tap into my higher self, but they are very good at doing like a interaction. They do say a story, but so that's why I got when yes, we got the 10 of Pentacles. Happy life, happy family, lack of nothing. That is your first yes. Healing, the age of Aquarius with the star card, off-world energy. Tower moment, something shocking is changing. Gaia is loud, proud, and online, taking a rightful place. Fast moving at the heartbeat. Truth, justice, disclosure with the King of Swords. Death of an old system for the rebirth of a new one. Love with the Alpha, the Ace of Wands. Passion, integrity, independence, creativity. And then we go with healing. Whoa, 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 whoa. Healing.
Oh, temperance.
Ongoing for the future.
So,
Yeah.
so that's really good. So the cards are confirming exactly what Maten was
Absolutely,
saying.
yes.
That this is new boundaries, new healings, new
It's
beginnings,
new.
and moving forward in a
Yes.
newer, better, shinier version of ourselves with
It
your lovely
started
shiny
with a
cards.
big fat yes, like the 10 of Pentacles. I just gave you a bit more of a story, my brother, but nothing in the story is we're going back to yesterday, where the creepy crawlies have been doing their bankster gangster Rothschildish kind of emprise of hi, I'm a royal. Like, no, that's over. Gaia will not support this. Gaia is loud, proud, online. She's got her FU boots and she's gonna kick. She is beautiful, her mother, but she's out of her slumber. There's no way she's going to let no parasites take her over again. In the past, I feel maybe she had to make a deal because she wanted to save her babies, us, because she wasn't ready for the intrusion, the infiltration, that AI thing that came in. What do? You submit. You go dormant, get your strength, Wonder Woman, no more.
Superb, superb.
I know that wasn't your question, but that's what higher
No,
self
no, no.
wanted me to answer. Yeah.
And
Yeah,
that's right on
please.
with the human design story of Sirius. That's interesting. Yeah, that's kind of what happened. Like our realm was kind of taken over and like a parasite came in and just started feeding off of the earth, and that's been that's how it's been. So that's right on. Yeah. In human design, we say that it's Sirius and then it was being parasited off by Sirius B. And that's just a different frame, but it's the same energy, it's the same thing.
It is.
Did you guys?
Superb. Do you know what? I am really, really impressed that the human design and the energy coming off the human design moving forward matches the cards so well, and we're able to show the human design astrology side of something with the cards backing this up, and the stories are the same, which for me is really, really encouraging because it clearly shows that we are moving in the right direction and we have nothing to
Yeah.
worry about. We really don't. It's brilliant
And
stuff.
Richard, right on, like this month, the month of April, I was thinking it was going to be initially before I looked at the charts, I was thinking it was going to be March with the eclipses. But what eclipses actually do is there's things that happen, but they're hidden. And the full expression of it doesn't come out till later, till during, the 6 months after and year after as it progresses through. But as I was looking at the charts in in April, I was like, wait a second, this is all Aries energy pushing through into Taurus. And, it's continuing with that whole whiplash we've had since January. And really, April's going to be a lot more intense. So when Richard mentioned that and we started seeing the tower cards, the death cards, in also in contrast with the healing cards, and with Wheel of Fortune, I was like, wow, this is all these arcanas, it's going to be very triggering, but also renewing once we can kind of just breathe and push through, and get to the high frequency resonance of the
But
energy.
isn't it like Gaia giving birth? It's a birth of a new world.
Oh yeah, that's very
Contractions,
important.
pushing
Yeah,
through, giving birth, pain.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well put. It is a new time, and there's going to be a lot of pain with it, without a doubt.
But
And
the
so,
pain, look, if we're still around and walking and thriving and twitching here, we can fucking deal with it, guys. Sorry, it'll be the last time I swear, but this is what it is. Let's wake up. If we're still online and we are here now with this discussion, it's because we are made to cross over. So let's do it and build.
This is a
Build
huge transition.
unity.
Yeah, this is a huge transition, one which has never been seen before in living
Never
memory.
ever, because usually we'd have to have a mudslide or a blow up. It's never been done, this transover in human
Flesh.
flesh bag.
Yeah, yeah.
We're
This,
doing
this,
it.
this is pretty unique,
Yeah.
and the fact that we're living through such times and we're able to observe these things, and we have the tools with us where we can see the human design, we can see the planet alignments and all the bits and pieces with the tarot cards, with the knowledge we've gained from our research over the years and decades for many. We can see that we're in a really, really good position.
We're in the best position that's ever been in a very long time before corruption. What is corruption? I always go to Sumerian. That's what High Yourself brings me. I don't know much about the Sumerian times, but it's always Sumerian. Go back to Sumerian. Where is that in time and day? I don't know, Gary. Or, Matane, I really don't know where Sumerians. It's a long time, but there's an infiltration that it was corruption, and divide, divide. And even if you look at our brain, scientifically, we take a snapshot of our brain with a picture. There's that separation here, right? So half of it would be like a mammal and the other reptilian. And like there's so much. All this we're coming online because you know what? Again, I love to hear the sound of my own voice. Gaia is online. She's my mama. I am mama energy. And there's no way these creepy crawlies are ever going to do anything ever again. She's got her FU boots. She's kicking. And I, Gary, and Matane are going to be her muscle. Yeah.
Very true. Very true.
Oh yeah, that's our mama.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like quite clearly. All right, you guys,
So
that's it for the charts. I think that's good. 3 charts. It's good.
superb,
We'll leave it at
superb.
that.
I think
I think
we've got a really big month in April coming up. A lot of changes. Um, as you said, Maten, the tower moments. I've not often seen so many towers come up in a row on readings when we're discussing a month really in a period of time. So there's going to be a lot of disclosures, a lot of wow moments, and a lot of opportunity for us to work on ourselves and grow and develop, which is
let me
wonderful.
add in one more detail too. So mid-April will be when Mercury and both Venus will be direct again. Because right now they're in retrograde. So right now we're having a lot of trouble with starts and stops. But right when they both go direct in about mid-April, we have a 2 or 3 week period where no planets will be retrograde at all. So if something wants to be initiated, newly, it's a perfect time for that. So the fire of mid-April to the end of April is going to be very powerful. So just for people, like, they can reset and kind of start what they were trying to start now, maybe, or thinking of starting something new, go ahead and start it during that time. Wait till about mid-month, right after that full moon on the 13th.
Superb advice. Superb advice.
Yeah, just some hits there. Yeah. Any last card, Richard? Should we peek at May? Just a little peek, maybe?
Well,
Yeah.
yes, of course we can do anything all of you guys want to do. I love it. Okay, so May, higher self, oversoul, and universe. Please tell me everything I need to see, everything I need to know in regards to the month of May 2025. So we got, okay. So what do we have here? Okay, all right. So we got a story here. So the first card that poked out is Justice with the karmic punch of justice system. Little ones are coming up, guys. There's going to be more of the little ones in the news. Healing the temperance, ongoing healing towards the little ones. People are going to be blasé and they're not going to love what they hear emotionally with the Four of Cups. They're going to be confused. Illusion, delusion, smoke and mirrors, confusion. Those are the ones that jumped out of the deck. So
Very
let me
interesting.
see as I keep spreading. Okay,
Yeah,
I got more that jumped out. We're going to be emotional about it. The queen, the empath queen, the queen of emotions. We're going to get restored. Okay, babies. Okay, an alpha. The elixir of life. We're going to cross portals. A new day, a new dawn, in the sense of graduating to a new portal. There where we do have everything bright, the golden era, a new start. No more warring. Judgment has been called. We're going to get the financial system. Off-world energy come to the rescue. All your wishes are manifested. We're walking away to something that no longer serves. What is that? The devil system. Because it created inner conflict. Everything's changing. Off-world energy coming real fast. It's the end of something grueling, which is the old world. And then we're restarting with passion. Ta-da!
Wow.
Yeah, that's intense. That's so impressive how swift you go. You're like, this is what it is. This is what this is.
I am rapid fire, my new dear friend. Woo!
That's amazing because that really shows.
Sexy hair, Matei.
He has, hasn't he? Lovely hair. You both have.
I love
hard
your
for me.
Yeah, what about me?
Expose my vanity.
Well, I love your smile, your beard, and your eyeballs. You are the cutest little thing. Where is a certain foot in the background?
I'm not sure the certain foot in the background will come out while we're.
The Wizard of Oz
recording.
is not coming out? Okay.
Bellafoss is not coming out.
But you know what I love in you? You are my favorite, but I just discovered Matei. And, beautiful hair, beautiful teeth, and beautiful soul. Because I just met you today. and I resonate to you. I love you. So we are brothers now, right?
Yeah,
Do you want to be my brother, please?
All right, let's do it.
Love me.
Yeah, you too.
Superb.
That was great though. He said Gary's my favorite, but you know.
Yeah, I'm your brother too now. Yes. Always Gary your favorite. Yes, yeah. But I want to be your brother because I'm adopting you.
Superb.
Oh, deal with it.
Or deal with it.
Well, that's been a lot of fun.
I
That's
think
been
that
really,
was fun.
really interesting as well. And I hope everybody who watches gets something out of that and that they get the feel good. You know, we have got some toil in front of us. There is going to be some dark nights of the soul potentially with some of this information. But April is going to be a big month. And from the rapid fire for May, it's setting something up really important. So that's brilliant. That's absolutely lovely.
Yeah.
And hopefully we haven't been too mad for you, and hopefully we can do this again for next month, for the month of May. Would you like to do that, Pt1?
Yeah, that sounds good to me. How about you, Richard?
Rock and roll.
So intense.
Fuck yes.
Superb. And on that lovely note, I think we should say goodbye. And so thank you for joining us, everybody. Now, remember, please like, share, and subscribe to Richard Cardinal, Alternative Interactions, that's me, and Plutonic Planes.
And remember, world, we love you so very much, and never forget to rock and roll.
Goodbye, everyone.
Back.
All right, see you guys.
Ciao.